Hey man, nothing wakes a woman up faster than seeing you with another woman. Not when you argue, not when you text her paragraphs, not when you tell her you're done. None of that hits like the moment her eyes catch you laughing with someone else. Because in that split second, all her assumptions collapse. The man she thought would always be there suddenly isn't hers anymore. The fantasy that she could leave and come back whenever she wanted dies instantly. That single image, you at peace, you smiling, you living, becomes the mirror that forces her to face the truth. She's been running from, you've moved on, and she's been replaced. See, women survive breakups on illusion. They convince themselves that you're still stuck on them, still waiting, still broken. That illusion keeps their ego alive. It allows them to leave without guilt and live without reflection. But when she sees you with another woman, that illusion dies violently. Because she's no longer guessing what life is like without her, she's watching it. She's watching another woman enjoy what she once took for granted. She's watching you give someone else the warmth, the laughter, the attention that used to belong to her. And that realization doesn't sting, it devastates. At first, she'll mask it. She'll act unfazed, maybe even roll her eyes, pretending she doesn't care. But her body will betray her. Her heart rate spikes, her stomach drops, and her mind goes into overdrive. Who is she? How long has this been going on? Does he like her more? Is she prettier? That spiral begins instantly, because women don't fear losing love, they fear being replaced. And seeing you with another woman is proof that her worst fear has already happened. Here's the truth. A woman doesn't miss you when you're alone. She misses you when you're desired. When she sees another woman laughing at your jokes, touching your arm, leaning into your energy, it reminds her of what she lost. Not just you, but the feeling of being chosen by you. Desire validates worth, and when she sees someone else receiving that validation, her self-image starts to crumble, because now she's not the prize, she's the spectator. And the hardest part for her isn't jealousy, it's humility. She has to watch the man she once doubted become the man she underestimated. She remembers every time she ignored you, every time she pulled away, every time she tested your patience, and now she sees the result of all that. Another woman reaping the benefits of the man she took for granted. That's what makes reality hit so hard, because in that moment, she finally understands that her absence didn't break you, it built you. Women live in emotional timelines. When she left, she pictured you stuck in the past, replaying old memories while she moved ahead. But when she sees you with someone new, the timeline flips. She's the one stuck in the past now. You're in the present, living, growing, connecting. And that role reversal burns. It forces her to face the truth she's been avoiding. Life goes on without her, and worse, it looks better. That's why she'll start to question everything. She'll question whether she made a mistake, whether she left too soon, whether the new woman appreciates you the way she didn't, and the more she questions, the more power you gain. Because reflection is pain for her, the same pain you carried in silence when she walked away. Now she's the one replaying moments, rereading texts, revisiting the past that she thought she was done with. The second she sees you with another woman, her ego splits in two. One side wants to convince her that she doesn't care, that you've downgraded, that she's happier now. The other side, the truth, whispers that she lost a man she'll never find again. That inner conflict is torture. It makes her restless. It makes her check your profile more than she'd ever admit. It makes her wonder if you're happier without her. And if the answer is yes, her world collapses. Here's what most men don't realize. Women feel more emotional impact from visual proof than from words. You could tell her you're moving on 100 times and she won't believe it. But one image, one moment of seeing you genuinely connected to someone else, does what months of silence could not. It makes her believe you're gone. That's when the denial ends and acceptance begins. But acceptance doesn't bring her peace. It brings regret. When she sees you with another woman, all her rationalizations start to crumble. Every excuse she made to justify leaving, he was too emotional, he wasn't ambitious enough, I just need space, now feels hollow. Because if those excuses were true, why are you glowing? Why does another woman look fulfilled by the very man she claimed wasn't enough? That contradiction is the dagger that pierces her ego. It forces her to admit what she never wanted to say out loud. She didn't leave because you weren't enough. She left because she didn't realize your worth. And now she has to watch another woman realize it before her eyes. That's not just painful, it's humiliating. Because deep down, she thought you'd never move on. She thought she'd always have access. But now she's witnessing something irreversible. Another woman experiencing the version of you she helped create. The stronger, wiser, more confident man who emerged after she left. And that's when regret turns into grief. At first, she'll try to downplay it. She'll tell her friends she's happy for you, that she's moved on too. But those words will taste bitter in her mouth. Because even if she's with someone new, it won't feel the same. Her new relationship will feel like noise compared to the silence you left behind. And every time she tries to convince herself she's over you, your image with that other woman will flash in her mind and her chest will tighten. That's the emotional residue of losing something real. Here's what most women don't expect. Seeing you with another woman doesn't just make them jealous, it awakens their respect. Because detachment is power, and nothing is more attractive than a man who rebuilds his life quietly. When she sees that you didn't collapse, that you didn't chase, that you didn't lose yourself, that commands respect. And respect is the first stage of renewed attraction. She might not reach out immediately, but she'll start orbiting again, testing your boundaries, trying to see if the door is still open. But that door should stay closed. Because when she sees you with another woman, that's her consequence, not your invitation. Her pain is not your opportunity. It's her lesson. A lesson that love isn't infinite, that chances expire, that walking away from a good man means someone else will eventually walk in. And when that truth sinks in, her pride won't protect her anymore. Her tears will. That's when the memories turn against her. Every late night talk, every inside joke, every place you went together, all of it replays in her mind. But now with a cruel twist. She imagines another woman standing where she once stood. She imagines your new woman hearing the same laugh, feeling the same embrace. And that imagination tortures her, because she knows that those things used to belong to her, and now they don't. When she sees you with another woman, she finally understands the gravity of what she lost. Because you didn't just move on, you evolved. You turned the pain she caused into strength, and she can feel it in the way you carry yourself. The confidence in your posture, the peace in your expression, the calm in your eyes, all of it radiates growth. And growth is the loudest message a man can send. It says, "You didn't break me, you built me." That realization will echo in her mind for months, sometimes years. Because seeing you move on with dignity means she'll never have closure. She can't apologize enough to erase the image. She can't explain it away. She can't rewrite it. It's permanent proof that she lost someone who would have done anything for her. And now that someone belongs to another, she'll test you indirectly. Maybe she'll like an old picture, send a random text, or ask a mutual friend about you. Those aren't coincidences, those are desperation disguised as curiosity. But your silence will hurt more than any rejection. Because when she realizes she no longer affects you, that's when the final piece of her illusion dies. She's no longer the woman who could make your world spin. She's just another memory in yours. The truth is, when she sees you with another woman, she's not just seeing you move on, she's seeing her replacement. And women can't handle replacement. It cuts deeper than heartbreak because it touches their pride, their femininity, their sense of importance. It tells them that they weren't the one, just a chapter in your story. And that's why that single sight, that moment of seeing you with someone else, sticks with her longer than the breakup itself. The beautiful irony is, the more peaceful you look, the more it hurts her, because peace is rare. Peace means closure without bitterness. Peace means you let go without hate. And when she sees that calm in your presence, especially beside another woman, she realizes that she can't get that version of you back. She destroyed it. She replaced love with lessons, and now those lessons belong to someone else. That's when envy turns into admiration, and admiration turns into longing. She'll replay your name in her head like a song she can't stop humming. She'll remember your silence more than your words, your absence more than your presence, because the mind clings to what it can't have, and now that's you. You've become the one who got away. The story she'll tell years later with a quiet ache in her voice. You have to understand, brother, that seeing you with another woman isn't about revenge, it's about realization. You didn't post pictures to hurt her, you simply lived your life. You stopped proving, stopped chasing, stopped explaining, and that's what made her finally see. Because when a man moves in silence, his actions speak for him, and nothing says "I'm healed" louder than genuine happiness. That doesn't include her. She might try to come back, not out of love, but out of panic. Panic that she's lost her hold on you. Panic that someone else will experience what she took for granted. But that's when you have to stay grounded, because the goal was never to make her miss you. The goal was to become the man she can't reach anymore. The man whose peace is more valuable than her presence. And here's the ultimate truth. When she sees you with another woman, it's not her heart that breaks. It's her illusion. The illusion that you needed her to be whole, that you couldn't move on, that she was irreplaceable. But you did move on. You became stronger, calmer, more centered. And that's why she'll never truly get over it. Because she didn't just lose a man, she lost a version of herself that existed when she had you. So remember this, you don't have to seek revenge, you don't have to prove your worth, and you don't have to flaunt your success. Just live your truth. Because when a woman sees you with another woman, calm, confident, content, reality hits her like a storm. She finally sees that the man she once controlled is gone forever. And in that moment, she feels everything, the loss, the regret, the realization that she'll never find that peace again. And that's when she finally understands your silence was never weakness, it was transformation.